Hello everyone, and welcome to the Pokemon Park. Today I'm going to be showing off some Tsareena EX proxies that I created for an upcoming deck that I will be showing off. These proxies are definitely the hardest ones that I've created yet, and had a lot of challenging aspects to them. I'll be going over these in the upcoming video, and I hope you enjoy. Push that like button and that subscribe button. Thank you. So when I started off working on the Tsareena EX proxies, I decided not to go the usual route that I take and use a liner for the Pokemon. Instead, I went with just pencil and then I erased it because this proxy is actually going to not use any markers at all. This is going to be straight colored pencil. Now, I haven't done a full colored pencil proxy in a long time. It actually reminds me of the proxies that I made originally when I started, because I didn't have access to the markers that I have now. All my proxies were done with just colored pencil. You can check some of those out on my website, and I'll have that linked in the description below. One of the challenges I had with the Tsareena EX proxy is figuring out what colors to start with. I decided to go with the blue because on the Tsareena EX there are a lot of places that are outlined in blue, so I thought it would be nice to start with it so I could have an easier time to figure out where other colors go. Once I'm done with the blue color pencil, I move on to this like reddish pink color. It honestly matches really well with the Tsareena EX card. It's also being a Terra Pokemon. There's a lot of what looks like triangles or like shattered glass. It has this very like crystal look to it. And that was a challenge for me, especially with the pink, because all of the parts on Tsareena EX that are pink, they have this shattered glass look, but it's difficult to really show that off using the camera that I have. So you'll be able to see that better when I show off the final product. Now that I'm moving on to the green, I was able to show more of that shattered effect with the green because of the different shades of green that I'm using. So I start off with a dark green, and then I'll be moving on to a lighter green further in the video to like fill in those gaps. It honestly turned out really well. The green on Tsareena's hair really makes this card pop and like gives it like a 3D effect. Now, I'm proxying Tsareena EX, not only because it's a Pokemon that I enjoy collecting, but also because I think that this Pokemon has a unique spot in the standard format right now. It's Terra Water, so it has some good support with supporters like Irida. I think the thing that makes it really shine is that it has this Icicle Soul attack. So for 1 grass, it says put damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon until its remaining HP is 30. That's a really special attack. Not only is it damage counters, you can also hit the bench, and it can't be blocked by cards like Manaphy, but it can be blocked by the new Jirachi that just came out. Icicle Soul has the potential of setting up a combo to like one-hit KO things, or setting up alternate routes to taking victory in the later game. I have seen people build decks with Tsareena with a Hisuian Bravery. That card, for no energy cost, does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon that have damage counters on them. With Tsareena EX, you could set up a couple Pokemon and then take those knockouts later in the game. I'd say the only issue that this Icicle Soul attack has is the potential for your opponent to heal if you don't take a one-hit KO. So I see that as being troublesome, but there are ways of taking one-hit KOs. One of the things that I'll be showing off in an upcoming deck is a way to take a one-hit KO with the new Brute Bonnet and Hisuian Sneasler. So you'll hit your opponent's active Pokemon with Icicle Soul, dropping them down to 30, and then they get knocked out by poison, which does 30 damage. I definitely think that is a more consistent option and a lot more powerful, especially for just 1 grass energy. The only thing that really hurts the Tsareena deck is consistency. Being a stage 2, it's pretty difficult to get it out sometimes, especially when you need to go back to back to back, setting up a Tsareena each turn. But other than that, I think this Pokemon is great. Although it's a water type, it is weak to steel, so you don't have that lightning weakness, and you don't get crushed by cards like Miraidon. It's a really good looking card. Out of a lot of the Terra Pokemon, I really enjoy the colors that Tsareena EX uses, the green, pink, and the blue. I also like the design of Tsareena EX. Now I'm moving on to using this purple color and just touching up on some of the spots that the Tsareena EX actually has purple on, and that'll be the eyelashes, the arms, and the legs. I'm finally moving on to that lighter green color. There isn't a lot of this lighter green color used in the PROXY, but it does allow for that shattered effect to show more prominently, and I really do enjoy how well it turned out and the choice to use colored pencils instead of markers because of how easily markers bleed and how much more fine I can get to the details with colored pencil. Now I'm starting to use black. The black is nice to break the Pokemon from the background and really give it more shape. And so having black be this like very different color from what you're seeing on this arena, it really makes the Pokemon pop and the artwork look that much better. because there's just so much to keep track of, it's honestly really hard to look at each proxy and figure out what I'm missing or what one proxy has and another doesn't. So I really try to go from one proxy to the other and do the same thing over and over again, just so that I don't miss something that is going to bite me in the butt later. Now I finally move on to adding in the gray and I guess more of like the shadows on the EX. The gray helps break up the whites on the Tsareena EX, which honestly are quite a bit of the Pokemon. So having gray be added in not only helps with that like shadowed effect, but also with the definition on like the head and the body, and as well as the legs. Now I'm coloring in all the energy symbols and the little, I think they're steeny evolutions in the top left, as well as all the energy costs and the weakness and retreat. Now for final touches, after I'm all done with the colored pencil, I move on to adding the eyes with just a pen, and then adding in all the little highlights. On the Tsareena EX card, there's a lot of little like shines, and it's nice to be able to add that stuff in with like a white pen, because it just makes it look so much better. I do use the white pen to more clearly define these white triangles, but also you just get those like sparkly little bits in there.
It's raining. It just started raining.
Here's the final product. It might not look the exact same as the recording, but I was able to do a little bit of editing and match the color to what it actually looks like. So, what do you think? I thought they turned out really well. These are definitely my hardest proxies I've done yet. The full recording process of me doing this took a little bit over 4 hours, and honestly, I think it's totally worth it. After a couple afternoons of sitting down and working on these proxies, I have not only something that I can be proud of, but something that I can actually play with. I hope that you'll stick around and look out for that video coming up. I hope you enjoyed and that you'll hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much.